Hi everyone, welcome to your holiday alchemy scope. You are an embodied reflection of Source. You are thus infinitely empowered, abundant, and a co-creator with your context always. You are an alchemist. Divination works because the web of life is intelligently organized with coordinated and storied agency. Let's take a look at the stories playing out now. Hi everyone. So let's take a look at the macro cycle, the energy set, or the story that's imbuing the field for all of us at this time. The new moon in Sagittarius occurred on December 11th, and it occurred at 19 degrees Sagittarius. The Sabian symbol that is aligned with that degree point is, in an old-fashioned northern village, men cut the ice of a frozen pond for use during the summer. I love this symbol because for me what this is talking about is preparation. It's an optimistic view and a preparation for the future ahead, brighter days ahead. Now, if we move on to the Christmas full moon, I added that to this scope because I'm posting these late. It's a fascinating one. It's very appropriate for the astrological events that are aligned. A cat arguing with a mouse is going to be the Sabian symbol that is imbued at the full moon point of 3 degrees Cancer on Christmas Day. And interestingly, there is an opposition on Christmas Day between Mars in Libra, which is relationships, and Uranus in Aries, which is I, me, mine. So this is going to be an interesting dynamic between action of harmony in relationships and the sudden impetus for action of the self. And a lot of people are gathering with family over the course of this holiday season, and particularly on this day. So let's hold it all lightly and understand that there's a bigger cycle playing out, and there's a way to be responsible for our own thoughts and own actions as we navigate this dynamic, a cat arguing with a mouse Christmas Day. Cancer. So let's move on to your microcycle, the energy set that's imbuing this chapter of time for you. To do that, I pulled the I Ching, and this month the hexagram that you received is number 35, Easy Progress. The two trigrams that make up this I Ching hexagram are fire above, earth below. The general situation is one of easy, natural progress. What has been weak is steadily ascending, and by gaining a prominent position, becomes more powerful. The image is the light of the rising sun, which at first appears dimly through the mists. But this weak light later radiates with powerful clarity once the sun has reached a high position in the sky. It is by recognizing and riding with the natural course of events that we advance our position and earn respect. Remember that goodness in human nature is like the dim but beautiful early morning light. It can easily be obscured by greed, hatred, and other forms of self-absorption, just as the morning light can be swallowed by the fog. Progress is achieved most effortlessly when right action is taken without concern for immediate reward, and when the path of the weaker aligns with that which is strong. Cancer, welcome to your holiday alchemy scope. So I've shuffled my cards. I'm using my Siri deck again this month, and we will pull your archetype cards for an intuitive spread. Again, we'll have you select the one that's vibrating the most for you. And we're going to utilize my new Colette Baron Reid Enchanted Map Oracle cards. And we're going to pull that up as kind of a combination. It's a theme, but it's also guidance, and it's very delicious. These cards are fabulous. So let's go ahead and give it a go. As if you've tuned into any of my other scopes posted so far this year, or this month, sorry, you can see that the angle is quite low. It's a little harder for you to see the cards. I'm going to be lifting them up though. It was important for me. I really desired to have a more atmospheric reading during this cycle. And I might do it for others as well. Let's see. You got a very, very, very simple spread. There's only one additional piece of information here. Let's see what we have. And I might pull up some additional cards. We'll see. I mean, on a very basic level, Cancer, for you, during this time frame, this is running from the middle of December, the December 11th Sag new moon, up until the 9th of January Capricorn new moon. You're going to be preparing yourself. You know, a lot of people now are assessing, and they're preparing for a new iteration of their own being. And you are no different. You're going to be remembering some emotional, like some core essences to yourself, and you're preparing yourself, excuse me, to celebrate again. At the center of the spread, and this is a little dark, I don't know if you can read that, but it says preparation. And it feels like during this time frame, over the holidays, you're going to be preparing yourself for celebrations. Now, indeed, this is the holidays. So for many of you, you're going to be gathering, you're going to be celebrating the holidays. However, this feels like it's more in a general way. That you're preparing your soul, you're preparing your life, you're preparing your mind to embrace the idea of a more joyful existence for yourself. That there is celebration at hand, celebration to be lived. And it's interesting because you're going to be in a state of memory. So this came up, the remembering card came up in the spiritual sector. You're going to be tapping in on a deep level to areas in the past, times in your life that have occurred that have really aligned you, tuned you in to the truth of who you are. The truth card came up in your emotional sector. So you're going to be remembering these essence truths of your joy, your bliss. What is it that you align with? What brings you specifically joy? Maybe more in an area of non-comparison as well, Cancer, that you're going to really tune into your own joy, your own truth, your own alignment. And the beautiful thing is you're going to be oriented toward the optimal foundations of your life. What are you aligning yourself with that is optimal? And this came up in the foundation sector. So this is about home. It's about work. It's about your physical life. It's also about your body. So this is about 3D reality. So what is it in your life that you want to make optimal? And your thoughts are going to be supporting that. But you're also going to be thinking about support from others. So in the thinking sector, support is on your mind. The desire for support with work, support with just being supported in your life, with friends, with, colleagues, with networks of people, with like minds. This is about your supportive community. But your mind is going to be oriented over the course of this holiday season on optimal support. Like how is it that you can manifest optimal support to build the life that is really aligned with your truth, with your soul print, what I call the soul print, which is the soul's blueprint. What is it? What is it? You're going to be preparing for celebration, preparing for more happiness. Maybe you're looking at 2016 as a definitive opportunity to really expand yourself. Expand yourself in more free, easy, loving ways. Beautiful. Very simple spread, but there's going to be more information that we'll glean from the cards as well. Beautiful, Cancer. Wonderful. Support. You deserve support. With your thoughts focused on support, you will get it. If you focus on receiving it and having it already, it will be attracted into your field. So we're going to pull 3 Carolyn Miss archetype cards. And we'll have you select one that feels like it's pulling you in. And that's going to be your distinct growth edge. What is it that's wanting to be matured through you during this cycle? So let's see. So Cancer, that's card number 1 for you. Card 2. And card 3. And let's go ahead and pull, this is Colette Baron Reed's Enchanted Map deck. It is fabulous. We're going to see, what is it? What is it that might be the guidance for you? Well, hello. So this popped out. So let's take a look. Cancer, what do we have here? Metamorphosis. This is number 25. Metamorphosis. What a fantastic card. Let me read it from her book. Beautiful. Okay, Cancer. So this is from Colette Baron Reed, okay? So she writes, you are in the process of deep and beautiful change. I mean, how appropriate too. Now keep in mind, this card flew out of the deck, so this is definitely for you. All of them, even when I select them, are definitely for you, but this one really wanted to be seen. And keep in mind, your spread was about preparation for celebration. You are going through a metamorphosis. You are preparing for a new life for yourself. It's beautiful. Upright. Butterflies earn their wings through great effort. The process of change is often painful, for it is newer. The process of change is often painful, for it is never without losses and sacrifices. If you are to transform from one form to another, a part of you needs to die. Letting go isn't easy, especially when you're used to thinking a certain way about your life and how you live it. Just as a snake sheds its dead skin, or a caterpillar dies, quote unquote, so that a butterfly can be born, you're required to release your old ideas and embrace a necessary change so that you can live your best life. Perhaps you're being asked to let go of low self-worth, a dream that has no longer served you, a relationship that is draining, or unhealthy habits. Despite your fear, you must accept that this is a transformational time for you. There will be some loss involved, but you will love what you become. So the spread that we pulled didn't refer to loss, but this is. So it could be that during this holiday period, this chapter, that you become aware of as you prepare for your celebration. You prepare for the good things to abound, to emerge, and to really fill your life experience anew. That you do become aware of the things that are not aligned, dissonant, toxic, that need to be removed. Beautiful, Cancer. Really gorgeous. Okay, so hopefully you've tuned in here. So let's go ahead and pull. If you selected the far left card, Saboteur is coming up. This is what's asking to be matured and evolved through you during this cycle. So Cancer, this is about moving out of inducing self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others, and moving it into a space of highlighting your fear of self-empowerment, highlighting a fear of self-empowerment, and the changes it would bring to your life. This is very clearly referring to the Metamorphosis card, because things do have to die off. There are lifestyle changes that may need to occur, and that's scary. Beautiful. If you picked the center card, you're receiving King, Cancer. King. And this is about evolving out of excessive feelings of entitlement and rulership without restraint, and evolving it into, maturing it into enlightened, benevolent leadership, benefiting those in your charge. Beautiful. And Cancer, if you picked the third, Monk Nun makes yet another appearance. Monk Nun has come up several times in 2015. And this is about evolving out of negative judgment of the physical world and excess piety, and maturing it into selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. This is about really going there, really tapping in, being dedicated to spirit, really making, for example, a meditation practice a daily discipline, that kind of a thing. Beautiful, Cancer. So let's move on to your Dakini and see what's coming up for you there. Cancer. So let's move now to the final component of your alchemy scope. Here is where I pull up the Dakini Goddess to show us what embodiment would be optimal for you this month. Who are you to become to flow with least effort and optimal bliss over the course of this chapter? You received an interesting one, number 9, media. Traveling through the air and created by consciousness, media brings visions to earth and uses the fire of electricity to do so. Cancer, I'm going to read 2 things from Penny Slinger's 64 Dakini Oracle on media for you. One is the transmission and the other is the affirmation. The transmission for media, Cancer, is this. I am media. I have the power to enrich experience and weave between worlds. I am the purveyor and the purveyed, the medium and the message. I message thoughts into beams of light and waves of sound and send them pulsing with beingness through my Ethernet to touch a myriad hearts and minds, to affect a sea of souls. The affirmation, Cancer, for you is this. I have the power to communicate. Media is my friend. I create my own reality, my own image of myself. Cancer, I'm wishing you a beautiful holiday, and there will be more goodies coming soon from me. So until then, I'm sending love. Bye.